Hey guys, hopefully everyone is doing well. Today's target is to solve question number 6.9. The chapter which we are related with is Interest and Bond Valuation, Managerial Finance by Lawrence Gitman. Up till now, we have tried to learn a relationship of inflationary expectations with interest and three different elements we have already discussed. The very first thing is real rate of interest or real rate of return, you may call it. In each case, what happens, you usually invest your amount in any organization to get return. We have discussed US Treasury securities, national saving in Pakistan. So you will deposit your amount in investment company in anticipation of getting return from that particular investment. But at the same time, if you are earning some extra amount from your investment, on the other hand, you are losing your amount due to inflation. A product which was have a price tag, which was having a price tag of 100 rupees, due to inflation, the price of same product has become 120. So it means you have to arrange 20 rupees more than that of previous stage. On the other hand, when you have deposited 100 rupees in your investment account and you are earning 130, for example, so actually you are not earning 30 because due to inflation you have lost some amount as well. This we can demonstrate over here. uh, what we have said, you are earning 20 rupees from your investment. Just for an example, at this stage you will have to see what nominal rate of return you are getting, but follow the impact of inflation expectations. At this stage, what we have said, if we have nominal rate of return as 20, but inflation at this stage was 5%. So actually you are not getting 20%. In fact, you are getting only 15%. This 15% would be considered as your real rate of return. In the same way, if you want to calculate your nominal rate of return, you can take this inflation expectations to the other side, and when you will transfer it to the opposite side, sign would be changed. In plus, instead of minus, it would be added. So real rate of return, when you will add inflation expectations, you can get your nominal rate of return. So I was thinking not to write, but let me write it. If you want to calculate your nominal rate, you will pick real rate and will add inflation expectations. Now here there are a few other things we can discuss. Inflation rate, if you want to calculate, you will add all inflation expectations including inflation premium, and then you will add if there is any inflation or inflation risk premium. Okay, please understand that this inflation expectation or inflation rate can be calculated by adding inflation premium and inflation risk premium. All right, so there was another element which we have discussed, risk-free rate. For that, what you will do, the real rate which you are getting, you will just add risk or inflation premium to get your risk-free rate. At this stage, since we are at learning level, so you are requested to please take screenshot or pause your video lecture and repeat these formulas again and again and again, so that it would be little easy for you to understand the procedures in coming question and in this particular question as well. So guys, we will now proceed to our question. We have three different parts, three requirements present in question, and each requirement has answers already written on the left side. Manually I have written, so we will solve it and we'll compare at the same time. Let's start. Company, okay, Eleanor is attempting to find a nominal rate of interest for each two securities A, B issued by different firms at the same point in time. She has gathered the following data. We have security A where time of maturity is 3 years and security B time of maturity is 15 years. What does that mean? If you have deposited your amount in a particular organization, they will offer different options to you. First option, if you will deposit that amount for 3 years and you are ready not to withdraw any penny from that investment up till 3 years. So this would be considered as time of maturity of security A. At time of maturity, what will happen? Your original amount you can receive, and plus the return which you have decided with your organization, that would also be received by you. In security B, 15 years is time of maturity, meaning is same. You have an agreement of not going to draw amount from that particular security for 15 years. Next, we have been given inflation expectation premium, showing that 7% prices would be increased, and inflation risk premium is also mentioned over here. So we do have two different things, premium and risk premium. Risk premium is having different sort of fears: liquidity risk, default risk, maturity risk, other risk. Liquidity risk means if you want to encash that investment during the period, obviously you will offer it in the market if anyone wants to purchase. What does that mean? You have agreed to the investment company that you will not draw amount from 3 years for 3 years. But let's say after 1 year you need that amount. As you have made the contract not to draw amount before 3 years, so what you can do, you will go to the market, you will go to the open market and offer if anybody wants to purchase that particular investment. So there is 1% risk that nobody would be willing to buy your investment. Default risk means if investment company is bankrupted. Maturity risk means at maturity whether you will be getting your original amount, yes or no. If there is a risk, we have 0.5% risk whether you can get amount at maturity or not. So in this way, these terminologies are very important to understand. Instead of just writing them, concept is more important. So we have discussed in short time. Now let's see what is our requirement. If the real rate of interest is 2%, find risk-free rate. Alright guys, we are going to make this statement. First requirement, let's start it. And at this stage, we may write time period. Then we need to write our real rate, after which you will write your premium. Then we can have risk free rate. Okay, these are headings for A part, and what we want to know, risk free rate. So let's see, we do have two securities. Time of maturity is 3 and 15 years. For security A, we have time period 3 years. For security B, we have time period 5 years. Real rate would be shared by both 2% and 2%. Alright. Inflation premium is declared over here 9% and 7%. So put 9 and 7 over here. Just 7 we need. Why we do write this? Okay. Finally, risk-free rate. And how would you calculate this risk-free rate? For that, you will take real rate and then add premium or inflation premium. So that's the way you would be able to calculate your risk-free rate. Let's arrange it. We need more space. Let's get it. Actually, my button of wrapping up is not working. That is why I will have to do it manually. So this is our requirement. Let's mark it. Requirement of the question. Risk-free rate. And the formula which is written was already discussed. Risk-free rate can be calculated by adding real rate and inflation. Real rate is present over here. Inflation premium is also present over here. So simply what you will do, real rate, add premium. So we have got first risk-free rate for security A, again real rate, and then add risk premium 7. So you have got your second risk-free rate. So that's what we were supposed to do. It's really simple, but actually concept is important to understand. So guys, in this way we have completed A part, and now let's see what B part is saying to us. Go back. Find the risk premium attributable. Here we have the risk premium, and there are different types of attributes present: liquidity, defaulter, and maturity risk. Simply we can write over here what we want to know. We need to calculate our risk attributes. What was our requirement? Total risk premium. In first part only premium was considered, and now risk premium would be calculated for security A and B. Here we will discuss for security A, and then we will discuss security B. Okay. Risk premium can be calculated by adding all attributes. We have liquidity risk, we have maturity risk, and we have other risks as well. And risk premium, this risk premium can be calculated as premium by adding all sort of risk: liquidity risk, then add maturity risk, then again add other risk. I was telling you that this wrap up button does not work over here. Let me consider it, but no, it does not work. So we will have to use a forced method to make it visible. It is now visible. So let's move it at here. Now we will put our amounts for A and B. This risk premium would be calculated. since we can calculate our risk premium over here. So guys, liquidity risk is discussed over here. Liquidity, default and maturity. There are four different types of risk: liquidity and defaulter risk. So we were having already a space default risk, and let's see what are these. 1.5.5 1.5.5 what we have understood is all sort of risk, when you will add you will get your risk premium. So there are four different type: liquidity, default, then maturity and other risks. When you have added everything, you have got your total risk premium. For B security, we have 1 to 1.5, 1 to 1.5 and 1.5. This percentage is not needed. Okay, again to calculate our risk premium, we will add all sort of risks. First liquidity, then default, we have maturity and other risks. So finally we have got our answers, and this is 3 and 6%. Liquidity risk premium was required 3 and 6, and you can see that for B part we have 3 and 6. A part answers we were supposed to match as well. Risk free rate 11 and 9. 11 and 9% is apparent. So calculate, third C part is calculate nominal rate. And as you know that we have already discussed, this is our C part, and here in C part we need to calculate nominal rate. Already discussed nominal rate when you will add all sort of inflation expectation, including inflation premium or inflation risk premium. When you will add all sort of inflation expectation in real rate, you will get your nominal rate. So here you can consider time period. Two securities we have, you will write real rate, and then you will write premium, after which risk premium would be mentioned, and finally you will get nominal rate. How? When you will add your real rate plus premium, and when you will add your risk premium as well. In this way you will be able to calculate your nominal rate. A little more space is needed over here. Let's make it for risk premium visible. This is our C part. Let's start. We do have security A and security B. For security A, we have time period 3 years. For security B, 5 years. Real rate is 2% and 2% similarly. Okay, I was having all amounts without looking the book. It's not a good habit. You must have complete view. Time period was given over here 3 years and 15 years. So that is why, okay, 3 years and 15 years. Have we mentioned it? 15 years. And for third part, this is your third part C. Let's make it visible as well. This was your B part, and here was your A part. In this way we can present it. Nominal rate is a requirement of C part. So guys, let's come over here. Real rate is given in your question, that is 2%, and read it over here. Real rate of interest is 2%. And then premium is mentioned over here. Look, inflation expectation premium 9 and 7%. Write down 9 and 7%. Now we need exactly 9 and 7%. And then risk premium. In second part, look, in B part you have already calculated your risk premium, and that is 3% and 6%. So finally it's time to calculate our nominal rate, for which what you will do, real rate, and then you will add premium, and finally you will add risk premium to get your nominal rate. So we have got our real rate 2%, you will add premium 9%, and then you will add risk premium. So this way you have got your nominal rate. And look over here, nominal rate answer 14%. For second security, your real rate was 2%, you will add premium 7%, and 6% is your risk premium. In this way, second answer you have calculated, that is nominal rate of return 14 and 15%. 14 and 15%. This way all parts have been sorted out, and we have calculated C part as well. First was A part, and we were required to calculate risk-free rate, for which we have formulated risk-free rate 11 and 9%, 11 and 9%. In B part, risk premium was required. B part, risk premium 3 and 6%. And here is your answer, 3 and 6%. In C part, nominal rate was required. This way you have calculated 14 and 15%. 14 and 15%. So guys, we have completed our question 6.9, and the review has also been completed, where we have calculated different elements regarding interest or return. We try to understand what is real rate of interest, nominal rate of interest, what is premium, and what is risk premium. I'm very sure that you will get some time to revise this question for 3-4 times, so that these formulas will have a permanent space in your brain. 6.9 is ended. Hopefully we will be looking forward for each other to see each other for solution of any other question in future. And after completion of this question, it's time to say goodbye. Thank you very much for your time. 6.9, but I am requesting you to repeat it. I am requesting you to please take care of yourself. Thank you very much for your time. Allah Hafiz. Before Allah Hafiz, there is one thing. If you have any trouble, if you have any problem in understanding any of the formula present in this question 6.9, you are very open to ask your queries, your questions through messages, text, or you can directly meet as well. And I am assuring you that whenever your question would be reached to me, I will surely be available, 100% available to answer them instantly. So guys, permit me to go. Thank you very much. Allah Hafiz.